Jay from Team DMA at it again with another video. I can't keep away because I was looking at the market and I was like, oh my goodness, some of these cards, I gotta let them know. I gotta let them know. Yo, Jay, I want to make an easy $100. Okay. So I was looking at the market and seeing some of the cards that sometimes you may have like in your miscellaneous pile or junk pile. Sometimes throw away. Sometimes you might accidentally give some away or bulk pile or whatever. Don't People don't realize, wow, these cards are have some value to it. So if you remember the Drone Lockbird, I think it's been a month or two since I did the discussion regarding this card and some of the other hand traps. On these cards we had multiple reprints again and again and again, and they kind of lose value. But now ever since the last time, like a month ago or so, or maybe a month and a half, it could even be 2 months, this card hasn't had any recent reprints. I mean, come on, if the card keeps getting reprinted every 6 months, but you have another time sequence where you have to wait some period before it gets reprinted, right? So some of these cards are the penny stocks. You know, if you're new to the business or you don't know what it means, you have different types of variants of buying and selling, and the penny stock just means cards that are just a few cents. For example, you can buy a playset at $1, a playset at $2. What's a playset? 3 of? You can buy a playset at 3. So the best way to do it is to get a playset for $1. You can't beat that, because if you want to get a playset for less than $1, it probably means you're stealing it. Yeah, because why would somebody give you a playset for less than $1? $1 can't really buy nothing nowadays. So yeah, if you're getting a playset for $1, that's definitely a penny stock. Or you're getting them 3 for $2, that's penny stock. If you're getting them 3 for 3, that's still considered penny stock. Once the prices start going a little bit higher, that's definitely not a penny stock. So you could just with $10 buy a bunch of playsets. So this is one of the cards that I've been keeping an eye on, and I told you guys to buy it last time when they were $1.20, I believe, and then they had an increase of 20 cents to $1.40 per card. Some people were selling the playset for like $2.20, and then more on the higher, more expensive range, they were seeing like 3 for 3. And then all of a sudden, for the last, I wouldn't say a month, but for the last 3 weeks, we've been seeing this card increase in price and having no reprints. But like I said, they're having so many reprints that it doesn't matter. But none of those things matter. The only thing that matters is that if you see the trend, this card right now is reaching its peak for the common. So I'm not talking about the ultra, I'm not talking about the secret or the super, we're talking about the common, guys. These are cards that you would give away for free. Like, I've given away playsets of three of these. People don't know I've given away playsets of Ash Blossom. I've given away playsets of Nibiru. You name it. It doesn't matter the card. I've given the playsets for free because the cards are cheap. But then the cards go high, and that's when you gotta sell these cards before they tank. So right now, people might be saying like, Jay, what about the rarity collection? You didn't talk about the RA01 and this and that. That's just common knowledge. Everybody knows. Why am I gonna talk about something that is being said everywhere, right? I don't want to be trending. I don't be like everybody. The people that I let know are the people, the community and team DMA in the Discord group. But I mean, for the general part, everybody knows this is common knowledge. Just like me coming out on YouTube and say, "Hey, the sun came out again." Yes, tomorrow the sun's gonna come out. Like, dude, what? We don't want to know that. That's just common sense. So right now, the Yu-Gi-Oh market, for the most part, anything in the rarity collection is a market crash, and there's a lot of people that got stuck with a lot of expensive cards. Instead of selling and making $40, $50, $60 per card, even $80, they didn't want to, and they suffered. Now the cards are at $2.50 per playset, which is hilarious. But yeah, hopefully you guys got the best of that market crash, and if you didn't, well, just suck it up and keep going. And this is one of the cards that you guys are gonna wanna make a decision right now. Get your pen and a paper. Do you want to sell it? Do you want to keep it? You have to make a decision, because as soon as another reprint comes out, they crash back down. So these are the comments. Like I said, if you're doing the ultras or the supers or even the gold versions, or if there's any what's it called, any secrets, they're way more than that. They're like $9, $10, $12 per card. But I mean, right now we're talking about funny stocks. These cards are sitting at somewhere around $5. So I bought 10 places of these when they were like $1.20. And then I sold a lot of these playsets for 15. Do it on a calculator. If I bought 10 playsets, and they were, some of the playsets were even $2.50, $2.20, and you were getting a bargain. And I bought about 10 playsets, and I was like, I know later on they're going to be $5 to $8 per card. Well, right now is the time. So I'm selling these cards at $15. Do it on a calculator. There's a lot of money to be made. So you're gonna have to hit the calculator. $15 times 10, and you're flying past $100. You're flying past $100. I told you guys, from just like $9-10 worth of cards, you're flying past $100. And a lot of people sleep on this product because people think like, oh, the money's over here on the expensive cards, and they don't even get that much. A lot of times, just being smart with the penny stocks, you could do 10 times more than what you could do on other stuff, and you don't even spend nothing, just chump change, just money you might find on the floor. You might have leftover change from buying a Subway sandwich or something, which I don't recommend Subway sandwich because they have too much sodium, but nevertheless, yeah, this is one of those cards that you're gonna want to be thinking about either selling or keeping a playset for yourself right now, because we don't know if there's going to be reprints that's going to be crashing. But also, if you've been paying attention to the Yu-Gi-Oh market, like the side of the meta side, like what is being played, a lot of the decks are starting to do a lot of drop power again. So guess what? This is going to start being a staple. It wasn't a staple, then it was a staple, then it wasn't a staple, and then I think right now this card is going to come back to being a staple again. A lot of people are putting it on the extra deck, but it's seen no play. But guess what? This card is going to eventually be coming back. So you're going to want to have your playset if you're looking to duel, or even if you're looking to sell. This card is going to become hot again. And like I said, if you bought the playsets when I told you, they were like $2 to $2.20 per playset. You're getting $15 right now for them. So yeah, you're welcome. And I told you guys, and there was a lot of people that are like, that's a no-brainer. Well, there's a lot of people that don't take advantage of it. Believe me, there's people that don't even have this card. And right now, this card, I can't give it away in a giveaway. But I mean, it's not my fault that people don't take advantage when I tell them, right? So that's why you're going to want to make up your mind. Do you want to sell these now or wait till later? You might sell them for like $12 a playset, and so you can still make a profit, right? So yeah, this card's gonna be seeing play pretty soon. We're gonna be moving on through the rest of the cards. We're gonna fly past them. So here's a card that I told you there definitely was no other channel on YouTube, and there's millions of channels that told you when the Beasteel first came out. I read the card and I told you this card you need to buy this card, and people said no, we don't care about it. And this is like the 6th time that I brought it up, but it's just telling you guys, like, dudes, you guys are missing out on so much money from $1. If you're in Yu-Gi-Oh and you're not profiting, it's because you're not financially smart or investing smart. And this is one of the channels where I teach you. I usually do like Dark Magician oriented only because that's what I specialize on, that's what I play, those are my profiles. The rest I don't care. You have other channels for that, but this one, there's a lot of money to be made here. And I told you guys the cards were a playset for $2, no one listened. And then they were like $1 card, no one listened. And then they came out recently and still no one listened. And the first time I bought 10 playsets. There was so much money. That card, like I said, off of this little bit of sense, they were giving me way over like $150 per the slept on it again. And these cards were $1 to $1.50 to $2, and then they reached the max at about $17-18, and then they started climbing down to $15-12 again. So I have a playset of this card for sale right now if anybody's interested, and if not, we're good. But I do have them. I have playsets in my decks, but I have a free playset left. We can do a bargain. If you're in Team DMA and you need some of the Beasteel, let me know. We can work something out. But this card is seeing a little bit of a decline. Right now I see them sitting at anywhere from $10 to $12. But I mean, the best price is when I told you guys. So if you want to either buy it or sell it, you have to make up your mind. This is what we're doing right now. Some penny stock and some of the cards that you have to make a decision whether to buy them or keep it. This is another card that has seen a lot of play in the top tier. It's still top tier, to be honest with you, but it wasn't accessible. The cards were like $60 to $80. They started somewhere at $45, Actually, that's a lie. I think they began at 25 and then 40, 45, something like that, started going up. And then they reached like a crazy max of like 65 or $70 per card. It was crazy. And then all of a sudden, the reprints came, boom, they went down to about $9, $10. No one bought them, right? I already know because everybody asked, they don't have them. And then after that, they bought them after, but they already bought them when the cards were going expensive. They're reaching the $15, $16 mark. Right. Excuse me. Right now, these cards, they're seeing like a steady price from somewhere around $15 to about $18. Some people are squeezing a lot of these cards. Some people can squeeze an extra $2, $3 from, but I'm not too sure about this card. You guys have to think about this one to sell it or not to sell it. I did have some copies and I did sell them. Here's why. So just like the Dispatcher and the Guardian Chimera from the Arbisto, those cards seem like an all-time low of like I think it was like $5 to $6, and I told everyone to buy. No one wanted to buy them, and then they went all the way to 30, and I sold all my copies. I didn't even care about those decks anyway, so I made all the money. That's do it in a calculator. That's like, what is it, like triple, quadruple the price that you bought them? Maybe even 5 times more. It's a load of money, especially if you bought 2, 3 places. It's a lot. You can easily hit $400, $500 like nothing. And those cards might keep going up in price, like 35, but who cares, because you're kind of playing a gambling game with some of these cards. They might go down, so I sell them when I'm already seeing 3 to 4, even 5 times the profit. That's enough for me. I don't want to be greedy, and I just sell them. And this card here is one of the cards that got a reprint. It was super low, and then it's reaching as high, and then people have to acknowledge this card is low-key broken. It might be hit on the ban list. And what happens when it's hit on the ban list? You're gonna have the same issue as everyone did with the Magnamut. Nobody wanted to sell their Magnamuts, right? And I told people, be careful with the Magnamut. You might want to sell it. Just keep a copy or two. Remember? No one sold it, and then boom, they went to $2, $3, and then everybody got stuck. Why? Because people weren't smart enough to buy when I told them. They were $1 when I told them. And people decided to buy them when they were $10 to $15. I know, because I asked around to hundreds of people, and they tell me like, no, I bought mine at 10. No, I bought mine at 15. That card was even at 25 at a point. And you know what? I don't really need the cards. I'm just asking to know the feedback. I have 2, 3 places. I bought them at $1 each. So I sold all my copies, and guess what? With the ban list hits, boom, became one, boom, $2, $3 for the card. So this card is a little on the border there. That what happens if it gets hit in the ban list? If it gets hit in the ban list, no, I'm just saying if it does, right? If it were to get hit in the ban list, this card's gonna end up being a $5, $7 card. And if it doesn't get hit in this ban list or emergency ban list, we might see the card go up to like $20 steady. I honestly, I mean, the card is good and it is worth it. I'm not gonna say it's not. And this card comes out from the Dueling Heroes. I think I still have about 12 to 15 packs of those. I had like 30. I had a more than a case, but I sold most of them. But I still have like 10, 15 packs. I have to go look in the back. But it comes from the Dueling Heroes, I believe. And this one, yeah, I believe it does. So yeah, so yeah, this card you're gonna have to think about, should I sell it? Should I keep it? That's a decision you have to make. Me personally, watch the market. If it starts reaching like which it already did, $18, $20, and people are selling it for that price, if you have an extra playset, keep that playset and sell the extras, because you don't know for sure if it's gonna be hit in the ban list. Now, if it's not hit, I don't want people to say like, oh, it's your fault, Jay. The card wasn't sell. The card might just go another $5, and then it'll peak there, and then they'll eventually make a reprint, and then you'll be like, oh, I missed it again. So that's kind of what I do. Even if I'm gonna lose $5 per card, it doesn't matter, because the only thing I care about is that I profited. I did 4 to 5 times, because some people are super greedy. They're waiting for a card to like get 10 times the profit. Like, they bought this card at $10, they won't sell it until the card reaches 100. Come on, bro, be realistic. That's why you're broke. That's why you make no money, because you have to play the market. You have to know how it works. That's how stocks works and everything. You have to know the upsell, the downsell, when to sell, when not to, when to play safe, when to hold on the card, and that's the thing. So this card might be hit in the ban list. We don't know yet. And then here's on the card, the Super Poly. I told people to buy. I told people not to buy them when they were like $10, $9 per card, and then told people to hold on. Then they became $1. Remember that? And I told everybody buy them from the Monstrous Revenge. To people buy them, and a lot of people slept on it, and they were asking me for super polys, and I told you guys, hey man, told you they're at $1. You should have bought them. So the carts went back up to about $5, $6, and then they hit like a peak of $8 again. I sold most of all my copies, and then guess what? This card started going down again for $2, $3, and it started reaching $4 to $5 again. So you're gonna have to make a decision. If this card peaks up again, you might want to sell it because if you already lost money, that's already a bad sign. You want to get these cards when they're penny stocks, like a place it for $3 or even $2, like I said, and then resell them for about 15, 20, even if you make 40, $50. But you don't want to sleep on them because it's going to be a disaster because you're going to notice you're going to do it on all your cards. You want to buy, sell at the right time. So you're moving on with the next card. This one, I just covered the combo with this one. I covered the potential what we could do. I don't know if you saw the video. People liked it. People liked the Dark Magician video I made and the Dark Magician combos. And people actually liked the Dark Magician most hated card. So I'll be putting on the polls if you guys want me to do something else like that. I know other channels are doing it. People are gonna say, yeah, there's other famous channel. Yeah, but they're not doing it like us because I show you how to play those cards and beat top tier decks. They don't do that, do they? I know they don't, because even with their top tier decks, they can't beat top tier decks. I already know. I already went to go see those channels. But us, we play these $10 decks and crush the top tier decks. So I show you it's not the cards. The people who play suck. They don't know how to play. That's why they can't win. You just have to negate everything they do. Everything. Don't let them play any other cards. Is there such thing, Jay? Yeah, come see my duels. Come see my duels. So this card, you might want to sell like the blues and the color ones and the commons. Why? Because they're like $7 to $10, and some of the commons are reaching $5 to $6. These cards they're given to me for free, and I sold a playset. I sold the playset and then one single. The playset I think I sold for $5 a copy, and I think one of those places I had gotten it for free. So that's an extra $15 out of nowhere, free $15. And then somebody else gave me one copy, I think, for $1. And I believed I sold the copy for $2 or $3, something like that. I did someone a favor that needed an extra deck because sometimes people reach out to me and tell me, hey, I don't have any cards. I'm trying to build a Dark Mission deck, and I help out the community. Remember? So for them, yeah, I gave them to them like $2, $3. But these cards are seen, and I've gotten asked for this card too several times, and they're sitting at $5 or $6. Don't believe me? Go check it yourself. And a lot of people don't play the card anyways. Why have it sitting? Just sell it and make your money. The Dark Magician. So this one's a specific series, the LDK2. So this one, you should have sold your copies like a month ago because they were $4 to $5 per copy. I know what people are thinking, Jay, that's just dumb. How can a common Dark Magician be so much? Actually, you're the one that is a bit, I wouldn't use the word ignorant, but I would say you're not aware of what's going on, man, because you fell asleep. You fell asleep at the wheel. These cards were $4 to $5, which was I was selling them at. I know because the cards that's what I sold them at. So unfortunately, we had the Speed Duel come out about 3 weeks ago, or I think it was close to a month ago, and the Speed Duel produced, sadly, but honestly, it produced the commons, and you should already know Speed Duel, you can't play TCG, but you can play Speed Duel in the TCG. You know that, right? I was one of the first channels that revealed that to people, and people didn't know that. Because I have been asked a lot, and a lot of things I don't share them because why? It's depending what you guys want to know, because I don't want to give you too much information, because too much information, you won't retain it. And there was about 10, 12 people asking me, then I was like, okay, there's a lot of people that don't know, so I have to make it public. And I told you guys some months ago, excuse me, listen, you cannot play TCG cards in Speed Duel, but Speed Duel cards can be transferred to TCG. Why? Because the company, they're saying, hey, we got these guys to like the TCG cards in the Speed Duel, right? Because that's what people ask and they don't know. And and I'm like, no, because you need to see the rules and regulation. You can't. So I haven't seen the update recently, but last I checked, you cannot. And then people are like, well, Konami's dumb. We're smarter than they are. Actually, that's not true because Konami has CEOs and they sit down, they're a business, and they look at how they can milk you like a cow for money. And their CEOs decided, well, if we let them bring the TCG over, they're going to be playing their old school cards. So how are we profiting? So Speedo said, nah, heck no. If we open a new format, a new rules for Speedo only. So they're screwed. They're screwed if they don't. They're screwed if they don't. And they're like, why? I said because if they buy the cards, we're gonna get their money. And there's no other way to play Speedo. They have to buy the cards. What about the other way around? And then they're like, well, they screwed if they don't because we already got them. We got them on the TCG. They're like, how? Yeah, because Speedo just started. It's been only some years. And they're like, but we've been getting their money since 2002. So they're like, yeah, that makes sense. They're like, yeah, so let them use the Speedo cards and the TCG anyways, because if they play Speedo and they already paid the money, why should we make them buy them double? Because all the money we're really getting is from TCG. So let's let them take their speed duel. We don't care about that. The only thing we care about is we started a speed duel and we have to milk them for money. That's priority number one. So if we don't make it speed duel only, we're screwed. They're going to jack us. You see? And that's where they're actually smarter than us. People don't realize if it's a business, they're smarter than you. They already thought about everything before you. They have marketing team. They pay CEO table. It's funny to me that a lot of people think that they're smarter than the companies. You're not. The moment you think you're smarter than the company, that's already a sign that they already got you. They already played mind tricks on you. Yeah, so that's one of the things that they'll do is they'll make you think that you're smart. So yeah, so no, the companies are they got you screwed. It don't matter if you go left or right or down or up. So the only way to do it is to do it kind of like we do it here in Team DMA, which is instead of them milking us, we milk them. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to do, and you need a community. But definitely, these cards here, they had a peak and then they crashed down as soon as the speed duel came out because people are saying, "Wait a minute, why do I have to pay $5 per common when I could just use the speed duel?" The speed duel are 50 cents to 25 cents, and there you go. That's the answer. So that's why this card's crashed. Because a lot of people, when I tell them the market, they don't understand it, and everything is very simple. Just you have to have the knowledge. So I guess you can say thank you to Speed Duel. And to be honest with you, I'm still selling these cards $3 to $4 per card, and they're still selling for me. So I mean, it's really up to you. If you want to sell them, sell them. If you don't, don't. You can use Speed Duel. I'm just saying because people love this OGR, right? And yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you like it. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. Shout out to Battleface Collection for the cards he sent in that were really cool. I love that opening. We'll be doing other openings like that on the future from other Discord members and other shops. I wouldn't mind having him also on the channel some other time. We can have like a live conversation introducing him to everyone if he wants to. And I wouldn't mind Glue Factory either. And anybody else who would want to be in the channel, similar to like a podcast or something like that, we could do something like that in the future. Thanks a lot for all the likes, all the supports, the help on the voting. Definitely, I like the help. We're gonna be going to the votes pretty soon, and then we're gonna be closing the votes. Not that we're not gonna do it again, but I mean, I keep up to date with all the votes so that we can keep going. So if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. With that having been said, you guys, Dark Magic Attack.